my ex-husband was is, his family, he's Greek. They had a lot of investment properties. They had multifamilies. So,
Oh, wow.
he lived in Arlington. We lived in Arlington at the time, and he was very handy. So he knew how to fix stuff. And so, he renovated our first, yes, he renovated our first, we lived in a two family. So when we got our first place in 2007, it was a two family. He renovated that, rented out the bottom. And then during the 2009 short sale market, he really took advantage of that. And he started buying multifamilies in Lynn.
Wow.
They were going at the time for probably $80,000 to $150,000. Yeah, and they were bringing in a lot of rent. I mean, that was the one thing that was really good about it, was that they brought in, the thing is, you're spending, nowadays, if you're buying a triple decker, you're spending maybe 900,000. How much are you bringing in rent? Right. So he's spending 150, fixing it up to the minimal. He wasn't fixing them up, making them look like the Taj Mahal or anything, but he made them look, had them running well and stuff, and he was getting decent rent. So and for that price margin, it definitely worked. So from there, he bought another one and refied and bought another one. So he got, I don't even know. It was during that time I was having babies, and he was just buying and buying and buying. And I would go around, I'd knock on the doors, I'd collect the rents, and, I'm here.
Yeah.
And
The first of the month.
yeah, it's the first of the month. I would help a little bit with that. Not much. I'm not going to, but once in a while. And he spent a lot of time in there. So fast forward to about 2016, we're getting divorced. I wanted to move closer to home, which was the South Shore, West Bridgewater, where I live now. And in the divorce, I was in the divorce. I got
Right.
three families. So those three families that were bought for probably 80, 100 grand, I don't know, maybe a total of 350 at the time for all of them. Now they're up to probably close to $1 million. No, in total, they needed work. There were one of them. There were chickens running around the kitchen. There were it was, I mean, it was a shit show. It definitely was. It was definitely a shit show. But I didn't know what to do. I mean, what am I going to do? I don't know how to do anything. Now I'm a single mom with two kids, and I've got these three multi-families in Lynn, Massachusetts, and I'm living in West Bridgewater. It's a huge hike.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to have to sell them. I was like, what else am I going to do? So, I know that they were worth it, but I don't know contractors or whatever. So my sister was working for a realtor at the time. I'm not going to mention the names, but I had a horrible experience. I think I could have got a lot more, but it is what it is. That's always real estate. He sold them off market to an investor. So we got them all three, which I think the total was like 1.1 or something at the time, which sounded like a lot. Which is, I mean, it is a lot. The reality is, you can't just, this is another thing. This is probably something people would be interested in knowing too. You can't just walk away with $1 million. You're not like, here's $1.1 million and you get to go now live off that interest. No, you're going to have to pay high capital gains on that, because what you bought that for is probably 350. So now you've got a gain of almost 800,000. So think about that. Now you've got, so you're going to get taxed, 40% on that. So you couldn't just walk away. So it's not, so it had to be rolled into another property. The investor, though, at the time that bought that ended up selling them for, I don't even know, killing. He had, he flipped them. Right. So, and Christian, Defo Construction, if you're watching, shout out to Defo Christian, who is in Lynn, Massachusetts.
Oh, hey.
So, anyways, we made a connection. Right. Heath did the work over there, but now I said, you know what, I might need some help managing things and so forth. So we've had a connection and the contact ever since. And he's my best guy. I love him. Yeah. We were just.
I mean, I saw the work that he's doing.
He's awesome.
Over in Bridgewater.
Yeah, we've done quite a few projects together. But so now basically I had to put that money into something. So I took that money and we found a 15-unit building in Fall River. No, that was Fall River. That's where I started, was Fall River. Oh, okay. And I was like, oh, this sounds like a good idea, So I just said, I'm going to run it myself. I'm going to be the property manager. I was knocking on the doors, collecting the rents. I basically, I mean, that could be a whole podcast for 2 weeks in and of itself of all the things you're going to deal with that. But the problem there is, you do get a lot of people that don't pay. Evictions are very, very costly. Repairs are costly. Luckily, I found a good guy down there that was able to help me with some of the maintenance stuff, like if toilet was clogged or something broke or things like that. And he was great. Yeah. And, then I ended up buying another one. I refied it and then I bought an 11 unit. And by this point, I was a realtor. So long story short,
what year did you get your real estate?
I got my real estate license in 2018. Yeah, 2018. So now I'm a realtor. After I purchased the 15 unit through this, I think my dad was the realtor on that. I got my license right around that time. So it was right after that. And then, so I got the 11 unit. I said, oh, this is great, because I'll just bring in more income. Maybe this will work. So I purchased that one in February of 2020. And we all know what happened in March of 2020.
Yeah.
So now I've got 26 units and we have an eviction moratorium in place where you cannot evict people and you don't have to pay.
Yeah,
so that got real wild. So I was like, just kind of rolling with it. I mean, and I think exactly. And I think that's where people are like, wow, you really have a lot of balls. You're just going out and buying this. I think it's because I've known nothing else but this risky lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like it's true. Like I was kind of thrown into this lifestyle, this market, and then it was kind of like, all right, well, you got to try to make the best of it. So, I mean, needless to say, I ended up selling both. Well, I mean, it worked out. We figured it out. There were, ways, but there was a lot of scary times. Fast forward to 2022, I ended up selling both of them. Right. And then I purchased a 4th family in Dorchester, which was a little more turnkey, but it still cost about $200,000 into it. So I don't know how turnkey it was, but
Boston location.
Exactly.
She's got 2 in 1.
Right. Well, now I sold that. That got sold this summer. So I don't have any rentals now. Now I'm just the flipper. So I said, you know what? And I'll go back to them, at some point, but I don't love being a landlord. So, that's one thing that I'm not loving. So that I didn't love
is the landlord aspect
dying to get back into it. But, I will in some capacity at some point. But right now I'm just living the flipping
life.
Yes. So my first deal, I guess if we're going to go on my first deal, I had my first listing appointment. Bernie came with me on that one.
Yep.
It was a friend of my ex-husband's. I got married in between, but that was short-lived. But so it was his friend at the time. It's for another podcast as well.
Wing It Wednesdays.
And Wing It Wednesdays. And so he came with me. We did the whole, listing appointment. We got the sale. And actually that was in February. Oh no, that was in February of 2020 as well.
Oh.
Yes. So that was February of 2020. And then COVID
2020 is a big year.
Yeah, it was a big year. So that got crazy. So then I remember that first weekend, it was the first time I was like hosting my own open house and doing this on my own. And we were there with like masks on. Oh, and we didn't have masks on. It was, everybody didn't know what to do. I was like, should we touch the pen?
Yeah,
it was right before like the shutdown. And we were like, I'm like, should I be around people?
You want to know where I was in February?
Yeah.
2020?
Yep.
I was at my sister's bachelorette party in New Orleans.
Wow. Yeah.
So no masks.
Wow.
Everyone, we were on the streets watching the parade.
That's awesome.
Eating
then
food.
You came back.
Yeah, eating food off the street vendors, buying like dessert from the carts. Some guy was like had a cooler in the back of his pickup selling beers. We got some beers. Like,
oh wow,
yeah. So we were totally all.
And then you came home and it was like,
oh,
it was like ground zero over here, and then that was it, as we know.
Totally exposed.
Yep, and so we ended up taking it off the market for I think until May, and we ended up getting We ended up getting an offer. It ended up working out. It took a little time to get what he wanted. But it worked out. It worked out eventually. Usually that is something I will say that I've like really come to realize is that it always works out one way or another the way it's supposed to. So it did. It did. Yes.
Oh, look, we have.
Hi, Kathy.
Welcome, Kathy.
Do you want to say hi on the podcast?
Come on in and say hello. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, we're live.
We are live.
Yeah, come say hi. We have Kathy Ferroni here. One of
this
the
would
best
be
of
your-
the best.
Right.
Your camera is
Yes,
this one. There you
hi.
go.
So we're just winging it. We said we're going to start doing a podcast on Wednesdays.
Winging it live?
Yeah, we're live.
We're live on Instagram.
I don't know. Is
Facebook.
anyone watching?
We have, we have a few people here.
Oh.
We have Michael.
Yeah,
Michael joined.
Hi,
Michael.
Finn. Hi,
Tony.
Is that Jen? Oh, Jen. Hi, Jen.
Yeah.
Oh, and hi, Danielle. What's going on? Yeah, I've never been live before.
If you have
This is
any
my
questions,
first.
please feel free.
Yeah,
to
if
ask a
anybody has any
question.
questions.
Someone
how do we
asked
do
the
this?
question.
Have you had any issues with squatters? How is the process?
Oh, yes. I have not had issues with squatters. I have had eviction issues of tenants that will not leave, but I have not encountered a squatting issue
I don't know
yet.
what's worse. It's kind of like the same
It's the
thing.
kind of
Yes,
thing.
so
It's just like a
hopefully
squatter.
we won't. That's my hope. Is there anything else? I don't know. I'm trying to see. Does anybody have questions? I don't know.
Great job.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. So we're just kind of, we're winging it.
Yeah.
Winging it Wednesday.
Winging Wednesdays.
So and Ramona, do you have anything that you would like to add?
Jump.
I'm just happy to be here, and I'm taking it all in myself.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn a little bit from Jessica as well. You know, we all can do a little bit more.
How'd you get started?
Yeah. How'd you get started in the real estate field?
Did you just get thrown in?
I did. So Christina Martinez is like family, and she worked for Weichert Realty.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very,
and
very
also
awesome
Jessica
agent.
was right with Weichert when I met her.
Yep.
So, and honestly, I'm gonna be all honesty. I had one foot out the door with Weichert, and I was like going Century 21 and Remax and doing interviews, and Anthony Lamacchia came and bought us. But my first ever sale, what was that? It was in Brockton on the south side on Carl Ave.
Okay.
Yeah,
Carlisle's house.
and
Yeah,
it was,
that's
you know,
nice.
Family, how do you say, reference.
Okay. Yep.
Right,
Yep.
right.
A referral.
Referral.
Yep.
Referral. So yeah, that was my first sale in Brockton.
And how did it go? Did it go smoothly? Were there issues?
This was the time where people were getting 30,000, 40,000 over asking.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Right? So she got way over asking that it didn't even appraise at that price.
Oh.
So I got her the best deal ever.
Awesome. I remember
Yeah,
those
everybody-
days.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Miss
at
those
that
days.
point, right?
Well, no, we don't miss those days because
Right.
you know what? Honestly, it was
It's
so
not
hard
fair.
for buyers. It was
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
hard for buyers. And that's what I got to a point too, where I actually, when I started, I was purchasing Zillow leads and I was closing a lot of those deals. I was doing really well with it. But then it got to a point we were like, all right, there's really no, like the inventory just went down so
Right.
much.
Right.
The interest rates were so high. There was not much inventory and there was no houses to put these buyers in. So it was becoming a little bit more risky, I would say.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially for buyers.
Exactly. And Amanda, why don't you tell your
Oh, yeah.
story, how you got involved?
You know, right out of college, I
You're a
was like
teacher,
I
right?
was like substituting here and there, and then I was like, you know what, let me just make this full time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed, you know, the kids, and it was fun. I mean, right out of college, I think it's like the same kind of schedule that you've always been used to growing
Right.
up.
Well,
It's like
that's
that
kind of
school
nice. You've got
hours.
summers off. You've got weekends
Yeah,
off.
we got summers off,
school
weekends
vacations.
off. You know,
Yeah.
I was still a little bit in party mode after college, so I was like, this works out great. I got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got to get in
But,
this
um,
one.
Oh
Get
yeah.
on your iPad.
I gotta get right on the line. Yeah, no, but basically, yeah. Then I started teaching full time right before COVID,
Didn't you meet
actually.
Bernie at one of your events?
Yeah, so I'll get to how I met Bernie. But yeah, so I started teaching
All roads lead to Bernie.
December. Yeah, Bernie Hassan, if you're watching.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Bernie.
Yes, boss.
Where was I? Yeah. So I started teaching December of 2019.
Okay.
So I just kind of got thrown to the wolves there because the teacher had left mid-year. Like he just kind of got up and quit, and they needed a full-time teacher. So I was like, all right. So I started in December. 2 months later, February, now it's 2020. It's also COVID. So I'm a first-time teacher. Now we're home. So I'm teaching for the first time. Now I'm teaching virtual for the first time. So it's like, so it's like a combo hit.
Definitely.
I did that for 5 years. I really enjoyed it. But what I didn't enjoy was having a ceiling.
Yes.
You know, like
you can only make so much.
You can only make so much.
Exactly.
And I also really don't like having a boss. Well. I don't really like having a boss. I kind of like to do my own thing. But during that time that I was teaching, I met a colleague of mine, Jim Stapleton, and we saw so much need for the school.
Wow.
And so and teachers, hey Bernie.
Bernie's
on!
He can't see you. Yeah.
Hey Bernie. Yeah, no.
Get in this one because you're not online. I'm on the Facebook Live.
He just knew to tune in.
Right?
Maybe he did hear us.
All right, yeah, no, but as a teacher, we saw so much need for the kids, and as a teacher, I was paying so many things out of pocket. Like half my check was going back to the kids. So at this point, Jim and I were like, listen, we need to do something where we can support the kids and the community and their families without really going into our own pockets. Right. So we started, door knocking around the community, asking friends and family. Bernie was one of our donors for that. We ended up raising like $150,000 over the past 3 years. So in 2023 till now, end of 22 till now, we've been raising money for the children of South Middle School.
That's awesome.
And then after I saw how much we can accomplish
by door
knocking and cold calling and asking, I was like, wait a minute, we put in a lot of effort.
Right.
We did put so much effort, and I was like, if we can put up this much effort into giving back to our community, I was like, maybe I should put this much effort into myself.
Exactly.
Because prior to becoming a teacher, I did want to do architecture, interior design, but BAC was out of my financial reach at 18, working at Dunkin'. It wasn't really going to make it there. So, sometimes financial aid doesn't really cover it all. So, which is why I ended up going to Bridgewater, which is an amazing school. But it is a school focused on education, on teaching, and that's how I kind of fell into being a teacher. It was, that whole environment over at Bridgewater State. But so I decided not to go back to teaching for the 2023-2024 school year. Oh, what year are we in?
26 now.
Oh, we're in 26. I'm trying to think. I took 24 off.
24 into 25.
Okay, yeah, I took 24 off into 25 off. I was like, let me just risk it all, leave my career, leave my job, go down to zero, and then just put in all this effort into myself to grow my own business and go back to my roots, which I originally wanted to do was real estate. And, thanks to Bernie again, introduced me to Jessica here, who's a flipping master. I was like,
I don't know about a master.
Well, that's exactly what I want to do. I was like, that's exactly what I want to do is buy, flip, and sell. So I was like, this connection was great.
Yeah,
Lamaki is awesome.
Yeah,
it is. So much support here. So I feel like this was a good first and last place to land.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
So that's how I got into real estate. I just decided to pursue my original dreams.
Your dreams.
I just went back to my roots. So.
Exactly. So there you go. Yeah. That's awesome.
So, and I always think everything's going to work out. It's going to work out.
If you think it's going to work out and the only way it doesn't work out is if you quit. And
right.
I think that's might work out in your favor, but it will still work out.
Well, it's always in your favor.
It'll work out in your favor.
You may not think it's your favor, but those are kind of those things. But speaking on that, I do want to touch upon one thing, because Amanda was talking about the fundraising and how much money she raised for charity, which is so awesome. And it's not something that I have a ton of experience with, but I have been reaching out to, I don't know, I'm sure I've talked to a lot of you, or people have heard that I did want to make 2026 my mission to raise money to help build almost like an Airbnb getaway, Tommy's Place type foundation in New Hampshire. If I think a lot of you on here know my good friends, Danielle and Josh Russell, and they lost their son to neuroblastoma back in February of 2024 at the age of 7. And you know, it's just, you know, it's been hard. And, you know, they have this land down in Lake Winnipesaukee, nope, not Lake Winnipesaukee, I'm sorry, the Saco River. And their dream is to build a beautiful kind of log cabin getaway for families that have cancer or kids that are immunocompromised, that can be affordable, where the kids can go and get away and have fun and enjoy themselves. There's the river down there. They can canoe, they can kayak, they can snowmobile in the winter. So they have this whole kind of image of what, you know, they want to create. And now we have them working on a mission statement. We're trying to get in touch with some accounting, all of this. If anybody has any advice, you know, we're going to try to set up, you know, whatever we need to set this foundation going. So anybody with any feedback with this, or any ways, you know, we'd love to, you know, bring that in, because we want to start raising money for this as soon as possible. I mean, I go, you know what, we're trying to build a Storyland up there, and I don't know, I said everything, you know, I mean, even when you flip your condo at one point, you know, it seems like it's too much to do. But, you know, when you take things on and people want to help, you can do more than you actually think that you can. So I'm really excited about this. I know that they're really excited about this. I think their families are on, you know, they're happy, and we're just really excited. We're going to have a big event sometime in June. I'll keep everybody posted on that. But also, we are going to be hosting a real estate event seminar on March 6th at Joe Angelo's. We're going to have some awesome speakers, food, music, and we would like to do some raffles and raise money for that as well. So just wanted to let everybody know.
Actually, Joe Angelo, March 6th. Joe Angelo's in Brockton.
Yep. And March 6th, Friday, March 6th. Yes, I hope to see you all there. I'm going to keep everybody posted. We haven't, you know, done all the details, but the room is booked, and that is the date. So,
Joanne, I actually met. It's on a Friday.
Friday night.
We're doing a Friday, like 6:30.
6:30. Yep. 6:30.
Friday night.
Yes, it should be fun. Should be fun.
And I actually met Joe Angelo through the charity that, you know, so it's called the South Opportunity and Achievement Plan. So that's what Jim Stapleton and I were both co-chairs on. Our committee that we built, and through that's how I met Joe Angelo as well. We host a lot of our events there. We have our committee meetings there. Actually,
you just had a broker's open, and he did some catering for that.
Yeah, he did. He's also practically my father-in-law, but I joke. But
I did not know that before meeting Jess.
So shout out to Joe Angelo's. But yes, they've helped a lot. So we're excited. We're excited for 2026. We've got a lot of big things happening. We're also going to be building a house. Yeah, that's another thing that we did. One of the plot on Moraine Street has a buildable lot attached to it on the other side. So first time we've ever done this, ground up. Yeah. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. Whole floor plan.
How fun is that?
Yeah, so that's going to be really, really fun. Cool. Yeah, I've never, you know, so we'll see. So this is, it's just a lot of adventures. Andrea's on. She does an amazing job. She has staged the last 3 houses I've done. I've never staged before.
Adorn Homes staging by Andrea.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's really, really good. She does an awesome job. And all of the homes that I had were all under agreement within a week. Yeah. So in this market, because as we know, this market is a little finicky. I would say finicky is what I would use, because some things go really fast, some things don't. You know, it's kind of hit or miss. But when you put on a really good product,
that actually leads me to one of our questions. Someone asked, why does it seem like it's never a good time to buy? Because like you said, it's finicky.
Always.
So like,
right.
yeah, I think
There's
it's always a
a
good time to buy.
Always.
But some people get the feeling of like, oh no, it's not the right time. I should wait. So like, why does it always feel?
It's never gonna
Yeah, why does it feel like that was the question? Like, why?
Well, because I don't think it's any different than anything else. Think about it. It's like, when is a good day to start your diet? When is a good day to start working out? When is a good day to organize your closet? It's just like doing it. I also think everybody's under the conception, everybody, I'm going to buy when the market crashes. I'm going to buy when the market crashes. I've been hearing this since like 2018. So far, the market isn't crashing. There's really no signs of it crashing. It's projected to go up even more this year. We're supposed to have a great year. Interest rates drop. The prices are going to tend to go up a little bit as well. Do I think we're going to see the increase that we saw before? No, I don't think it's feasible. And I don't think that's a good thing either. It's not a good thing for anybody. Imagine our kids when it's time to buy houses, So that's kind of my feeling there. I think it's one of those things, like, if you're ready, and as I'm sure a lot of people have heard, marry the house, date the rate, because you can always refinance later on. And the thing is, if you're waiting for interest rates to drop, then the price is going to be more. So sometimes right now, even though you don't feel like it is the right time. And I think some people don't know how much money that they need. I think a lot of people find out once they sit down with a lender that they need a lot less than they, than they actually do. Yeah. I definitely think, that would be my thought.
If it was up to my husband, we would still be waiting.
Right.
I did this in 2015 or something, when the interest rates were low as low could ever be, and probably will never be again, right? And we did it with as little as $7,000,
right?
3% down.
So $7,000. Think about that. You can buy for $7,000 a house. Think about how much you're putting down for a first class security. That's literally more than that. A no-brainer. And then at least you're building equity. That's one thing, and it's yours. Exactly.
Generational wealth for your children.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then, even if, let's say you buy it, you're putting nothing down, you're paying just, but 2 years from now, you can always refinance and you get a lower rate. And then you've got appreciation. Think about it. You bought your house in I remember in 2015. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely. I got a grant that they gave me $20,000, and if I stay 10 years, we get to keep it. Oh. If I moved before that, I've been there 10 years.
Well, yeah, it's been 10 years now.
So boom.
So you got to keep that 20.
I got my $20,000.
How did you get the grant? Where did you find this grant?
Pro Homes and
Taunton. So people that are looking.
About that as well, yeah.
That's amazing.
Always try to find resources for down payment assistance and closing cost assistance, because it's out there, especially first time
home buyers. Exactly. And there still are, a lot of times, I know for a while people were not really accepting homes with closing cost credits. I just did. As long as you feel confident on the appraisal, the appraised value, then you'll be good. So, that I definitely.
Meaning they gave you a couple thousand over asking, but
so the offer was $660, but they wanted $10,000 back in closing costs. So it's really a $650 offer. Right. It just has to appraise at that price. That's the one thing you have to look at as an agent.
$650 or
$660. Yes, it has to appraise that for them to get that back.
Okay.
Yeah, to get the closing cost credit back. So yeah, that's one of those things you're looking.
You guys are doing great.
Oh, I know. This is our week one.
This is week one.
Right off the top.
That's what I'm saying. Wing It Wednesdays. You are supposed to be here, Mona, and that's why you're here.
Yeah, this is talking.
We have a list of questions, but I feel like we can kind of save those for. I like what makes business fun to you.
Oh, okay. You know what?
Like, what's the fun part?
What's the fun part? And I think that's a big thing that I you know what, I never was the most motivated person, in general, with school and things like that, or jobs that you're like watching the clock. And I do think the hustle of real estate, the ups, the downs, the excitement, the fact that there isn't a ceiling on how much you can make, and that it's really something that you've created is absolutely what the drive is and what makes it fun. the excitement. I mean, you can't beat it.
Yeah.
You can't beat it.
You can't beat the fun, but you can't beat the lows either. So
Yeah.
it's like a roller coaster.
Luckily, I'm kind of a
roller coaster.
yeah.
Up here with your offer accepted in the next minute. The whole
Right,
thing
you can
starts.
get a 50,000 over asking offer. You're psyched. You're counting your paycheck. You're booking vacations, and then you find out 3 days before the house closed, the whole deal's falling apart. And
I'll tell you what my mom says. It's in Spanish. She said, "No te beba la leche antes de coger la vaca." So don't drink the milk before you have the cow. So same thing. Don't count your eggs.
Don't count your chickens before they or don't count your chickens before the eggs hatch.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah. So like,
very true.
But it's hard not to.
Yes, it is.
It's hard not to.
Exactly. I think I knew you have that amount. It is a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. We're here for it, and I've been through more roller coasters. And but we're gonna do this.
Do you
next
ride
week.
real roller coasters?
Oh, I love
because I love the real.
I love them. I won't.
You go on them, Mona?
I'll go on a roller coaster.
Oh,
I
will
spinny
go on
things.
it.
I get
No, not the
motion sickness,
spinnies, but
I like a roller coaster. Yeah, I like the ups and downs. We live for the thrills.
I do live for the thrill.
All right, guys. Well, I think have
we're gonna
completed
close
episode 1, week 1, but we are going to be back here next Wednesday around the same time. Maybe we'll put it out there what time we're going to actually go on so people can go on. And in the meantime, reach out if you have any questions or anything you want us to touch on. Please let us know. Shout out to Jason Posnick. We're on the YouTube.
We are on YouTube.
We are working on that YouTube. We've been
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook,
We're
Threads.
Yes,
What
we're
else
getting it all.
Yeah. Threads, we're on Threads.
Yeah, we got it all.
So that's cool. So next week, join us. We'll be live again. And if you miss it, the filtered version will be on YouTube.
Wing It Wednesday.
Wing It Wednesday.
All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye, y'all.